First at noon, breaking news in the swine flu scare. Health officials in Massachusetts confirmed 2 young siblings from Lowell have tested positive for the virus. They are the first cases of swine flu in New England.
Officials say the children recently returned from a trip to Mexico. They are not hospitalized and they are recovering. And there is no concern that the children are spreading the flu in school because they became sick when they came home from spring vacation and they have not returned to school. There are 3 other cases in Massachusetts that are still unconfirmed. This news comes as the Centers for Disease Control confirms the disease has now claimed its first victim in the United States.
A 23-month-old Mexican toddler living in Texas died this morning. So far, 91 people in 10 states here in the U.S. have tested positive for swine flu. Mexico is where the outbreak began. The country is reporting 1 more victim of the flu, raising the death toll to 159.
While there are still no cases confirmed in Rhode Island, the Department of Health is keeping a close watch. Eyewitness News reporter Joel Brown begins our in-depth coverage with the latest developments from Washington.
Vince and Elizabeth, President Obama said today that the death of that small boy in Texas adds to the seriousness of this outbreak, but said Americans should view swine flu with concern, not alarm. A 23-month-old Mexican child is the first death inside the United States from swine flu.
This child is a resident of Mexico who traveled to Brownsville, Texas to visit family. It was there in Brownsville where the child first became ill.
There are nearly 100 cases of swine flu in the U.S. At least 5 people are hospitalized. President Obama is reassuring the American people that containing the outbreak is a top priority for his administration.
The federal government is prepared to do whatever is necessary to control the impact of this virus.
President Obama is advising schools to consider closing if they have confirmed or even suspected cases of the swine flu. Most of the U.S. cases are in New York City. Officials closed a second school after 82 students got sick. It's just down the street from a private high school where dozens of students caught the virus. Some students spent spring break in Mexico. The World Health Organization is meeting again today to consider raising the pandemic flu alert level. In Mexico, where the outbreak began, more than 150 people have died, and there are more than 2,400 suspected cases. Health officials in Germany and Austria also confirmed cases, bringing the number of countries dealing with swine flu to 9. U.S. officials are now moving ahead with plans to ship 12 million doses of flu medication to states that are treating the illness. Federal officials acknowledge there's still a lot they do not know, but said they are preparing for and will be ready if a true pandemic hits. At the White House, I'm Joel Brown, Eyewitness News.